Hi, I'm feminasty Erin Gibson.
I'm homosexual Brian Safi.
And this is Attitudes.
LGBT plus issues.
Gender issues.
Pop culture.
Honey, we're the enemy now.
Can you handle
Can
it?
you handle it?
Yes, the enemy sleeping with the enemy. That's what I'm...
Honey, we are there.
Oh.
When Trump is putting his fucking hand towels in the bathroom, we're in there making sure they're not even straight.
Are we though? I really hope so. Like, I really, really hope that we can, gut up and punch through some walls here and not take this bullshit and not play nice. I really hope we're up for it. I really hope we are the enemy to him, at least.
I saw something today on one of the wonderful social media platforms that absolutely monetizes my attention.
Red Note? Are you on Red Note?
Oh yeah, you know me.
Good.
I'm barely on Instagram. I am such. I'm ready to be a full Luddite.
Me too.
I'm ready for it.
Me too. Or Diet Right.
Oh yeah, Diet Right.
Oh, the best.
Wait, do you remember Diet Tab? Or was Tab itself Diet?
Yes.
Tab itself was Diet, so there was
Diet.
no need.
It was not. It's okay. And by the way, I've been drinking a lot of Diet Coke lately ever since I experienced Coke Zero in Italy. Italy will change you.
And it's specifically in that way and no other way.
Correct. So I used Coke Zero in Italy and now I use Diet Coke here. But I will say this. I don't know where I was going with this.
That's quite all right.
It was something having to do with something. I don't know. Anyway, go ahead.
Okay, so basically, now I'm not even going to remember it. So ready? Don't you love it? Okay, here's my order of preference.
This is a crazy morning. Go ahead.
A, someone telling me about their dreams, nightmare. B, someone telling me about something they saw on the internet, don't remember all the facts, nightmare number 2.
Yeah.
C,
someone inviting me to dinner.
Oh, yeah. Someone inviting you to dinner and saying, what do you want? That's when you know you're in for a fucking evening.
Yeah.
It was something about it was all these civil rights activists who were they didn't, when Strom Thurmond was nominated, they weren't despairing. They just got to work. And I think we need to remember that. And by the way, it was said much better and much more eloquently. But here I am.
I know what it was. Diet Tab.
There was a Diet Tab.
No. Tab was when Coca-Cola Company started, they wanted a diet soda. The first thing they came up with Tab, but they said this isn't good enough to call Diet Coke. It just isn't. We have to perfect this, but we want to release it anyway. So they released it as Tab, basically saying this is shit, but we've heard the call and we want you to have it. Even though, by the way, I think probably the most beautiful soda can in the world is the Tab can. I really mean it.
It's like the original Gap logo to me.
Completely.
To moi.
All I remember is my aunts with red nails in Austin taking us to the Deep Eddy pool with their red nails, their lipstick, their cover-ups, and their Tab and their cigarettes. And I thought it was the height of glamour.
Wait, have I told the story about when we were at a swimming pool in Kentucky and my mom decided to school a bunch of teens smoking?
Mm-mm.
There were teens. This was the early 90s and there were under 12 smoking at the pool in Kentucky. And that was just business as usual.
Mm.
And my mom said, you shouldn't smoke. And they go, fuck off. I was like, oh my God.
That's mean.
You should not try to school teenagers.
No, you can't school. No. First of all, they won't go to school. Okay.
No. Also, if you see a bunch of teens,
name one time when you were in high school where there were other people there.
Yeah. Also, if you're already a 13-year-old teen on your own at a pool smoking, do not approach.
Oh.
Do not approach.
Gift shop.
Yes.
Don't even try it.
I also remember my aunt, who is no longer speaking to me, and one of the problems that she had with my book is because she said that because I called her myself and my family Irish street rats, and which we are, and myself included. And she said we're Welsh, according to 23andMe.
Wow.
Even though my grandmother's from Ireland. So anyway, if you want to go on Amazon and look at my aunt's review of my book, it's really good. But I remember we were at the pool and she was plucking whiskers out of her chin. And I was like, what are you doing? And she was like, you better watch what I'm doing because you're going to have to do this when you're 40.
Yeah. That's very The Substance.
That's how I got all my beauty tips was, watching my aunts plucking your whiskers at a swimming pool.
Look,
that's like clipping your toenails on the airplane.
Well, it's sort of a day at the spa, isn't it? I mean, you're basically by a pool. You want to do some self-care.
How dare you?
You actually don't care if your kids live or die.
Oh, no, you don't.
Go get in the... It is truly crazy that parents are like, just please go get in the water and shut the fuck up. You know
I need an hour to myself to pull all of the hair out of my face.
And I want a lifeguard here because I'll tell you one thing. I'm not looking at you.
What is this, Sergio? Me on Aladdin?
Oh my God, remember?
Because he's the street rat.
Oh, yes. Okay. Now I think being a street rat is scrappy as hell. I say it with love.
By the way, I appreciated AOC this week saying to the Democratic Party, it's time to I think she did throw a damn punch or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I did appreciate that. And I think every Democrat should be saying that. Yeah, it's time to throw a punch, baby.
Yes, Amy, you're absolutely right.
No, Brian.
Oh, but also Amy. Oh, by the way, the lady attorneys are here. If you want to know why I'm talking to Amy all of a sudden, all of our lady attorneys are joining us today.
They are here, and what a day to join us. I mean, who would have thought, because we are recording today on Inauguration Day / MLK Day, which I can't think of a bigger slap in the face than those two things coinciding on the same day. Really?
Wait, I have some MLK. Can I share some MLK quotes that I pulled?
Sure.
Since we're talking about him, I have 5 from the ACLU of Alabama.
Okay.
Would you like to hear them?
Yes, sure.
I found them very inspirational.
Yeah, but if it's I have a dream, Aaron, everyone knows that quote. So I hope you're giving us some.
No, I went to the B-sides, babe.
Okay, good.
Okay. We know through painful experience that freedom is never voluntarily given by the oppressor. It must be demanded by the oppressed. Right on par with the AOC.
Absolutely.
Throw a damn punch. A nation that continues year after year to spend more money on military defense than on programs of social uplift is approaching spiritual death. Hardcore truth.
Yeah. Very nice.
Always anchor our external direct action with the power of economic withdrawal. Now, I think this is very important.
Hang on,
because
say it again.
Always anchor our external direct action with the power of economic withdrawal. What does that mean?
See. Okay, yeah.
For example, what happened this weekend? TikTok, the charade, the WWE drama.
No, TikTok's the WWW, I think.
Okay, WWW.
Yeah.
Right? World Wide
That's
Web.
how my mom says, can you help me with this WW? And that means tech issues.
Anyway. But she doesn't use the third W.
No, it could even be about the printer. And she says, can you help me with this WW?
Or Walter White. Maybe she's a big Breaking Bad fan.
Right, exactly. Anyway, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, but like TikTok, the charade that was this weekend.
Yeah.
What power would they have if no one was on TikTok?
Great point, Aaron.
Just saying.
Why don't you go enroll in a college?
And with that kind of attitude, I'll hey guys, if you just got off TikTok, they wouldn't have any power. Killer!
I'm just mad right now because Sergio, before we started recording, I said that everyone kept screaming at me, turn up your gain.
Uh-huh.
And immediately think of that bright green bottle.
Oh,
you
yeah.
Understand?
Brand awareness.
Laundry detergent. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I said, which one is gain? And Sergio said the one that says gain. And I could have honestly died right there.
Well, that's
embarrassment and also anger.
Yeah. Gain is also the worst smelling detergent. Come at me.
Yeah, I can co-sign on that. Anyway,
I honestly, scented garbage bags, overly perfumed laundry detergent. Why does everyone want to smell like soap?
I like to smell.
Don't you want to smell like a beautiful Parisian mistress? That's how I want to smell.
Who doesn't wear deodorant?
No.
Who covers themselves? If they smell, they just cover themselves in more cloth.
Yes. Beautiful, musky underarm mixed with patchouli and vanilla.
Yeah, I love that.
I think this economic withdrawal thing is like we are very powerful when we understand that we can withdraw our labor, our money, our time.
Yes.
And
it's
really,
really the only thing that speaks loudly in a capitalist society, to be honest.
Yeah.
I mean, one of these things.
If you have seen The Gilded Age.
Oh, God.
Okay. You know what a like a coal mining strike could do, you know? By the way, when you drive from Santa Fe to Denver, the whole way is literally
coal.
Memorial sites to striking coal miners.
Wow.
Okay. A riot.
I really hope they don't build any coals on top of that.
Oh, KOHLS?
Yeah.
Oh, there's absolutely some nearby.
That would not be cool.
That would not be is Kohl's? Like, I get TJ Maxx and I get Ross.
Kohl's
and
is
I get
none
Marshalls.
Of those things. Kohl's is
but
none
what
of
is
those.
Kohl's?
Kohl's is none of those things, baby. Get in the passenger seat and let me take you on a ride. Kohl's is not a discount store of other labels. So like people have their own. It's basically new items and stuff that didn't come from surplus.
But what is it?
Hilary Duff has a line there. Jennifer Lopez has a line there. The weirdest people
is
in
it
the world.
JC Penney?
Yeah, it's similar to JC Penney.
But without like washers and dryers and lawnmowers?
They might not have that, but it's definitely like a department store that has, I'm going to look, celebrities who have
brands. But what's the angles?
The angles is that it's inexpensive and sort of trendy. But it's just inexpensive and it feels very like Paris Hilton. So here are people who have lines at Kohl's. Ready? Leighton Meester, who's from Gossip Girl. Avril Lavigne. Britney had a limited collection there. Jennifer Lopez, Lauren Conrad, Kendall and Kylie Jenner, Alexa Chung, Madonna, Kim Kardashian. So it's and by the way, it's like cheap shit. It's literally for these celebs to make a buck. Like you don't see these lines anywhere else.
It's a tweet that says, definitely saying, oh, so it's like Kohl's Cash. Next time a man tries to explain crypto to me when I didn't ask.
Completely.
Stealing it. I'm stealing it. I still don't get it. It looks like a Ross, but it acts like a Dillard's.
Correct.
It's Dillard's in the front and Ross in the back.
Exactly. Leighton Meester's line is called Flirt with an exclamation point.
No. That's a Melrose store if I've ever heard one.
Avril Lavigne has a line called Abby Dawn. But is
it a Canadian company? Is that
and
the
it's
problem?
like hoodies. Maybe. Might be.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
I do want to.
I'm not blaming Charlotte for this. I didn't blame any of our Canadian listeners. You as can we not, which is not a sentence anyone should say, be blamed for the people in charge just because we live in these borders. Okay.
Vera Wang has a line there. Alexa Chung. And by the way,
never blame a Canadian for Kohl's. I would never do that.
Sergio, yes, you are correct. Avril Lavigne's line, Abby Dawn, is named after Jackie Dawn. So this is what I mean. People don't give her enough credit for being the first there.
Oh, it is American. Okay. And it started as a corner store. It started as a grocery store in Milwaukee.
You're kidding me.
No.
We should cover Kohl's for groceries.
Wow. Everything, and you'll never guess, just in the 90s, it fucking got all invested in. Okay.
I do have to say that is true.
I have 2 more MLK quotes for whenever you're ready.
Please. I'm ready. Can you imagine if I was like, not yet, can we talk about all the coupons?
No, I have another Jackie Dawn joke I want to do. Jackie Dawn, by the way, people won't even know it unless they've been hearing the Datelines on Patreon.
It's true. Jackie Dawn.
Do you want to tell people what Jackie Dawn is?
She's an icon. She was one of the lead characters in the last Dateline. I believe the last Dateline or possibly the one before that. And she is a no-nonsense person whose name is Jackie Dawn, but she does not spell it Jackie space Dawn. Like it's not like her first name, middle name, Jackie Dawn. It is And they say it so many times in the episode and don't explain, like, yes, this is a strange name. She's like, and Jackie Dawn couldn't believe it. Her name is spelled Jacquidon. One word.
If you don't get a rescue animal straight from Los Angeles and name it Jackie Dawn, you don't care about this country.
You're doing it all Dawn. And by that, I mean wrong. Is that funny?
I love it. Jackie Wrong.
Jackie Wrong.
Absolutely. Yeah, I love that.
Yep.
Okay. This one's kind of long, but I think it's important. A riot is the language of the unheard. I mean, this is left turn central. A riot is the language of the unheard. And what is it America has failed to hear? It has failed to hear that the promises of freedom and justice have not been met. And it has failed to hear that large segments of white society are more concerned about tranquility and the status quo than about justice and humanity. Still true today.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Absolutely.
This is the last one. Sometimes a law is just on its face and unjust in its application. Now, I love this quote because it is a reminder that it is what it is should not be a thing. Because it is what it is sometimes only what it is on its surface and not what it is in practice. For instance, I've been arrested on a charge of parading without a permit. Now, there's nothing wrong in having an ordinance which requires a permit for a parade, but such an ordinance becomes unjust when it's used to maintain segregation and deny citizens the First Amendment privilege of peaceful assembly and protest. We've absolutely seen this applied in ways to target immigration, LGBTQ plus community, abortion rights, voting rights,
sure,
all of it. Hiding behind real laws. Or weaponizing real laws to do nasty things.
Real laws. I'm searching for some real laws.
Ones that do real justice, real laws.
I'm searching. By the way, yes, Alma, on that same dateline, I did sing my signature song, Warm Honey on a Stormy Night. And my only number one hit. People forget that Take a Candle to the Theater only reached number 2. Warm Honey on which
chart? Sorry, on which chart?
No, I'm not charting. No, I didn't chart. Warm Honey on a Sunday Night.
Didn't ask a follow-up?
All the way to number 1.
On which chart?
I'm not charting.
No, the chart is where, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It was the chart.
It's songs that you would rather be charting instead of listening to.
Should we change the name of this podcast to the show?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Wait, someone asked a question about this doll head. Is that this one?
Yeah, the one that looks like melted Trump on the bookshelf behind you.
That is, I got that at an estate sale here in Santa Fe, along with this paper doll. And there's a paper doll somewhere. Oh, there. No.
Do you ever bring the dolls in on the action?
Oh, yeah. I go, do you want to watch? You want to watch something sexy? I like group sex activities, but only with dolls and one more human.
Oh, absolutely, because then they're not complaining and they don't get their feelings hurt. They just watch.
I wonder if I can take this mask down. I do think it's worth me showing close up.
Do it.
Because it is upsetting. It's pretty upsetting, which is why I bought it. It doesn't have real hair on it,
Erin,
but they have.
Why do you have that in your home?
This?
That is. Why are the eyes bloodshot?
But it's a real mask. Hello.
Why are the nostrils pig?
I don't know where this is from. I don't know. There's so many beauty marks.
Erin,
Look at the hair.
I'm scared that one time you're going to put that mask on and it's not going to be able to come off and you're going to be upset.
That's my, what's it called?
I don't know, but those are real Luigi
Succubus?
Eyebrows. Let's be honest.
No, but look, there's even under mascara. Hello, Brian. Hello. Look at that mouth. Mwah.
I love black lip liner with red lips.
Oh, it's beautiful.
She's great. She is pretty iconic.
But no, she's scary as hell, which is why I don't have her.
Can I see the other side?
Yeah.
The inside? No, the inside.
That's
the inside. I thought. You can't even imagine the hallucination that's happening on my side of the screen because my computer's all fucked up. Because I was reading it in the bathtub.
And you dropped your computer in the bathtub?
No, but I got splashed on it. But I will say this, Erin, Amy's absolutely right. That does look. Do you remember the paintings Barbara Hershey is painting in Black Swan? The portraits?
Yes. No,
So
this
that
absolutely
mask looks like one of those portraits.
You guys, I'm not even joking. Okay, do you want to see my other wall? I put up this wall last week.
Yes, honey.
This is my homage to all of our things, Brian.
I love that. I've been wondering
Except
what to
for
do with
her,
all my stuff.
which is just a lady that I found who has a beret and a corgi.
That's so pretty.
And I just loved her.
Yeah, she's great.
But look, this is all of our things. There's Mildred Pierce that you bought me.
I love
the
that.
ERA.
We actually got a lot of we have a lot of like pretty images that we used.
And that's one from the book tour. I've got bunches of stuff up here. Oh, I have you and me. Look, rich, anybody rich?
So good, doing big business.
I just put this wall together so I can
love
have all my joyful things around me. And by the way, word to the wise.
Yeah.
So it is a time to surround yourself with joy.
Oh yes, absolutely.
And I'm not talking about the dishwashing soap.
Certainly not. Or the movie with Jennifer Lawrence.
No.
Speaking of joy, this week, as Oprah used to say, all new on the Patreon. Patreon.com/attitudes. I want everyone to relax when I say this. It is not a branded Dateline episode that I'm covering. However,
was there a rumor last week that you were going to do a non-Dateline?
So that's what's happening.
Okay. Sorry,
This
I spoiled it.
week, user suggestion from the CBS.
User suggestion.
The CBS news magazine show, 48 Hours, which is honestly, this is the pecking order in terms of quality. Dateline's number 1, 2020's number 2, and 48 Hours is number 3. Like, it's ridiculous. Except that Sergio said, how would you like to do a 48 Hours? And I said, I wouldn't. And he said, well, how would you like to do a 48 Hours? That's title is 2 Wigs, a Gun, and a Murder. Which, by the way, is what we should change the name of our podcast to.
Well, I think that
or
should
just
be
2
the
wigs.
Could the Dateline recap now, if you want to expand the DLU, the Dateline universe, make it 2 wigs, a gun. What is it?
2 wigs, a gun, and a murder is the name of the episode I'm covering this week.
But what if you made that?
The wigs are unbelievable. And by the way, the wigs have names and they're shocking. Like the shades of the wigs, the color. It's not like auburn or red or blonde. It's wild. But I do want to say this. Mm-hmm. I wonder if, honestly, we should just change the name of the Dateline recaps to 2 wigs, a gun, and a murder. And I
think we should.
And we're the wigs that are talking about it.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Okay, in.
So, by the way, this 48 Hours might be difficult to find for some people. That's why you can watch it Wednesday night on the Discord. Sergio hosts the Discords and everyone watches the full episode, comments on it in real time as it's happening. But it really is, this one is a treat. And I have a feeling that 48 Hours, because it's about 2 sisters, I have a feeling 48 Hours talks about the wigs so much because the wigs are a metaphor for the sisters.
Yeah,
that's my belief.
I think so.
That's my belief. Okay. So that'll be on patreon.com/attitudes. Let's see. What else do we have this week? I'm sure we have a vault.
We absolutely do. We have a vault episode 74. Fundraiser phone calls. Victoria Jackson speaks with Yarn Tethers and No Name Big Teeth Smallmouth makes a connection with Mel Gibson.
You mean Mr. Ambassador?
Mr. Ambassador.
That's right. By the way, the 2 wigs, a gun, and a murder idea was submitted by James Van Jean on Instagram. And I don't know that we'll do another 48 Hours, but we're doing this one.
Let's see how it goes.
Yeah, let's do it. So it's the day before Halloween in a suburb of Richmond, Virginia. We've got fresh manicures, soul sisters, men who bark like dogs, and orders from wigs.com. That's essentially this.
So interesting. I can't wait. And then we've got Wooer's Shoe for $10 and up tiers for those who don't want to describe subscribe, and only want to buy individual episodes of Dateline, which we're now calling 2 Wigs, a Gun, and a Murder. And this new thing we're doing, visit Patreon and buy the video episodes a la carte for $3 each.
It should, listen, the title for that segment should now be 2 Wigs, a Gun, and a Murder. And the subtitle should be ... and we're the Wigs. YouTube, you can get the first act of our video episodes every week for free, just the first act. Then you could do that by searching Attitudes Pod. And of course, for the full thing, you'll go to our Patreon. And yes, are you ready? Should we get into some shoes?
Let's do it. Let's get into some shoes.
Let's do it.
Brian, before you start off, do you want a Kohl's fact?
Yeah.
Okay. So in 2012, Kohl's was awarded $62.5 million in tax credits from the Wisconsin Economic Development Corporation.
Okay.
And the goal was for them to create 3,000 jobs with the money, but they only created 473.
Listen, honestly, how does a place like that stay in business with that
know.
kind of money mismanagement?
I don't know.
Next groceries, I'm covering Kohl's.
Oh, great. Oh,
we should
yeah.
expand our universe into things that started as grocery stores.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
Okay, listen. It is obviously a shaky time in this country with someone completely unhinged, illogical, and nasty about to take office. And of course, worst of all is the people he's bringing with him and the horror that surrounds him. And the threat that he poses not only to this nation, but to the world, and how petty he can be, and all of this. And it's definitely a scary time for LGBTQ people, especially people who are trans, when there is so much anti-trans legislation, when there are things that Trump is threatening to do day one, and when it seems like this is an issue that even Democrats are afraid to speak on, which is why I think we need more rallying cries and more bad guy behavior. And also...
You mean more bad guy behavior from the Democrats?
Yes, exactly. Tough guy behavior, maybe I should say.
Yeah, I think it's more like find the Johnny Cash inside.
Absolutely.
The Johnny Cash in me acknowledges and
but I also
respects
mind
the Johnny
a little
Cash
Cruella
in you.
DeVille. I mean, I really
yes.
That'd be fine. Just don't hurt dogs, but otherwise, like, I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a reformed Cruella DeVille vibe.
Exactly. But listen, there are a lot of things happening around the world that I never cover because obviously we're concerned about the place that we live in. But there are incredible things happening for queer rights in other parts of the world that I think not only are encouraging, but if you need to take a vacation over the next 4 years, there are many places you can go that are doing some cool things. I'll start with Germany, that this year passed the Self-Determination Act, which essentially was a piece of legislation that makes it much easier for trans and non-binary people from, if you're age 14 and above, to legally change their first name and gender by just doing it in a very straightforward way and register this at the registry office, essentially. Like, there's no red tape, there's no paperwork, and you would think that seems like a very tiny thing to do. But the fact is, even in places where you can do it, it is mountains of paperwork. Think about changing your name after you get married. If you are,
I never did.
No, I know, but if you are,
it's a fucking hassle.
It's a nightmare. You have to change everything, and the fact that Germany, the parliament there passed this, making it so much easier to legally change your first name and gender, which is also not an easy task, is a huge win in a place like Germany. It's something we don't have here. Same-sex marriages became legal in many places this year. The Dutch island of Curacao. Hello. Do you want to know something crazy?
I've never even heard of this place.
Curacao? I bet you've heard of the liquor that comes from there, haven't you?
Oh.
Yeah. Or no?
How do you spell it?
C-U-R.
Oh, it's got one of those
A.
at the bottom.
C that bottoms. A-O. Curacao.
It's a country.
Yeah, but it's
Oh,
like
okay.
Dutch. I don't know. It was a Dutch place. I think they still have Dutch roots.
Their coat of arms literally looks like a bag of French fries with fries coming out the top.
Isn't that wonderful?
I love it.
Especially island life, baby. You know what I mean? You go there, you order some shrimp cocktail and a
Pina
bucket of fries.
coladas and get drunk in the rain. Actually,
funny.
Jimmy Buffett wrote that about Curacao.
Yeah, I made a huge mistake this morning. I woke up and for some truly fucked up reason, I think delusional reason, because I was like, I don't want to think about the inauguration, At about 7:45 this morning, I put on Kokomo. It was a horrible decision.
Yeah, but hold on a second.
It's not a bad song. It was just set me off not right.
In what way?
Because I got really bogged down with the fact that there isn't an island called Kokomo. And I thought to myself, it's better?
A place?
It's like a place in Ohio. And I thought to myself, is it better or worse? Because if there was a place called Kokomo, it would be kind of nuts and corny that they would just make a hit song about an advertisement for an island. But then I thought the fact that it's not an island, like, couldn't you have highlighted a real island? I mean, I really had like a big crisis of conscience this morning about this. It set me off on a page I was not expecting.
Do you think they couldn't rhyme with any? Well, I guess they could have done Key Largo. They could just be like,
talk about Key Largo in the song.
Because I was like, oh, maybe they needed a rhyming scheme.
No, they talk about Key Largo in the song.
Oh, yeah.
And also all I could think of is Coco the Gorilla.
Listen, songs written by boomers are wildly problematic because, like, for example, Wind Beneath My Wings.
What's wrong with that?
It's a song written by a narcissist about a person who only stands in the shadows. You only like this person who's the wind beneath your wings for everything that they do for you. That's the entire song.
And when did it dawn on you that they were standing in the shadow? If it was while they were
okay
alive,
with that?
You're fucked.
And you're actually okay with that.
Yeah, truly. Go chew on some nails, baby. Like, go eat some humble pie because you're an asshole. In Denmark, there's no longer a deferral period for blood donations from men who have sex with men, which is obviously a very hot button issue in this country and really around the world. Many other countries joined that party with the blood donations, as they should have. But this is sort of in even a country like Denmark, which obviously has incredibly progressive policies, tries to protect every one of its citizens. This was really lagging in an era where it didn't have to. The Czech Republic, also now called Czechia, did the same thing. They started allowing gay and bisexual men to donate blood, which is a big deal. Baltic country Latvia. Do you want to know something? I like to go. Now I can name. I take geography. I was never good at geography, so I started taking.
I'm shocked to hear this.
I just really never learned it. But now I'm really good at it because I've started taking quizzes on a place I think called Skorpel, but it could be not Skorpel. And I can fill in every single European country. I can fill in, I think, like 45 of the 49 Asian countries. I think I can fill in the continent with the most countries is Africa. I can fill in, I think, 80% of those now. And the easiest is South America because it only has 12 countries. North America is strangely difficult because of all the islands.
I feel like I'm watching the Bill Cosby show where he talks to kids.
How dare you associate me with that person? Picture pages? Oh, no.
Kids say the darndest
things. You're horrible. In Namibia, it is now legal for same-sex activity consensual same-sex activity became legal in Namibia, which is a huge deal and very exciting. Conversion therapy has been banned in Mexico. In Greenland, which you would think, who's legislating on people there? It essentially banned any kind of discrimination based on sexual orientation, gender identity, gender expression, and gender characteristics, which is incredible. Peru has banned conversion therapy. Bermuda also lifted their blood donation by men who have sex with men ban. I mean, I have to be honest with you. This is a very, very exciting time for some places around the world where it seems like progress only gets shifted back by like 10 steps. And by the way, Estonia became the first former Soviet republic to legalize same-sex marriage last year. Incredible. Things do happen, and they can happen in places that you don't necessarily expect and definitely not live in. Here it's just different because we have to go state by state with absolutely everything. But I don't know. There are signs of progress elsewhere in the world. When
look for the helpers, Mr. Rogers. Mr. Rogers, look for the helpers.
I also want to shout out.
It's not a straight line, too. Either way, progress is not a straight line. Demise is not a straight line.
It's true. I also do want to shout out David Lynch and his passing. What a loss. What an artist. What a visionary. And someone who really was there for the outsider. He only really dealt with people who had lived on the margins of society, who were disposed of, who he was certainly a champion of LGBT plus rights and issues. They were even reflected in his movies. And
Twin Peaks, especially.
Twin Peaks, he plays himself a character in Twin Peaks that when someone says something transphobic, he looks at them and this has now become sort of in the canon of sort of a trans quote that people say in defense of themselves and with others. When this person says a transphobic comment in Twin Peaks, he shoots them a look and says, "Fix your heart or die."
It's
How
not even,
great is that?
but it's to David Duchovny, who I'm not sure if he identified as trans character in the show.
Right.
But he's talking about how the other FBI agents were talking shit about David Duchovny because they found out his identity. And that's what he was saying, showing David Duchovny, the character David Duchovny plays, that he is an ally.
Completely. It's incredible. And not to mention, I think Mulholland Drive is probably my favorite movie ever made. It must be, I think. A brilliant man. So what a loss. That was a tough one.
Yeah. And you know what? Not a great dad. But
I've worked with his daughter. She directs episodes of 911.
She does?
Jennifer. Yeah, she's fantastic.
He's done lots of interviews where he's basically been like, yeah, I wasn't. Here's what I respect.
Yeah.
A person who understands all of their flaws.
Sure.
All of them. And admits them openly. And still says, but I love my kids. You know what I mean? Like, he was so honest with himself. And I think that's why he made fantastic art, because
he trusted himself.
Yeah.
And knew what he wanted. But yes, I've worked with Jennifer Lynch many times, and she's incredibly talented.
Tony, you can't say Mulder's character was definitely trans in Twin Peaks. His name is not Mulder. That's from the X-Files. Okay? His name's David Duchovny, the actor. Okay?
A dad. Hilarious.
Oh, yeah. A dad who can be self-aware and self-reflective. I love it. You know, David Lynch reminded me a lot of my dad, because my dad was a grade A weirdo.
Sure.
And absolute fringy dude who also, had Midwestern work ethic and kind of in certain aspects of his life shouldn't be a dad, but yet, took care of us and loved us, even though he wasn't cut out for the job. Yeah. I hope if you don't know David Lynch's work that you will, there's actually a documentary about him that came out in 2016 that's on the Criterion channel that I'm very excited to see.
Mulholland Drive is my favorite simply because it obviously is wild. It obviously feels unhinged, but because of all it can be nonsensical sometimes, but it's beautiful. And it just all works. I
have been just mainlining David Lynch content in the past 4 days.
Yeah,
and
so great.
One of the things I loved, this is true confidence. One of the things I loved is that he was like, how do you write a movie? You take 70 3x5 cards and you write a bunch of scenes, and then you walk away and you come back and you go, do I like it? And if you do, you put it into a script. I've literally never heard writing distilled to that simplistic of terms. But if you are truly creating art and you don't care if you're doing like a traditional linear storyline, what a fucking free way to make something.
I was going to say it's a gift. Yeah.
We should all be so lucky if we ever got a chance to make something that free and beautiful.
Agreed. Oh, I think of horses when you say free and beautiful. I do.
Oh, you do? Okay. Well, I have an opportunity for you.
If it involves
it's an
horses,
MLM.
I'm interested.
It's a horse's MLM.
What is it?
It's kind of like Avon, but
it's makeup for horses.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Horse lipstick, horse blush,
false eyelashes.
Well, they already have great cheekbones, but yeah, false eyelashes.
Honestly,
I would what I would do for a horse cheekbone.
Anything for their cheekbones. And I mean it, Mr. Mayor. Absolutely anything.
It's Monday, as we mentioned earlier, MLK Day. And that's the only thing happening today, as far as I'm concerned. And it's also at noon. You won't get to do this because this is time travel basically right now. But at noon, PST, everyone's doing a meditation in honor of David Lynch's birthday today.
Nice.
And I just want to say, as you may have seen on your Watch Duty app, the Eaton fire and the Palisades fire are getting very contained right now.
Yes.
They are still burning.
Yeah.
And I want to talk about the wellness and beauty influencer industry and what they decided to do the minute LA caught on fire. They raised $4 billion for fire. No.
Oh.
Sorry. That's not what happened. They were trying to make money off of it instantly. Literally the minute the fire started burning, they started hawking products.
They were like, here's an exfoliator to get the smoke out of your skin.
Yes.
Gross.
Yes. Okay. So this was an article from The Cut and Mother Jones. Incredibly cold tales of both influencers who are not directly affected by the fires and those who were directly affected by the fires doing the same clownish shenanigans.
Okay.
One such person, Jordan Younger, who posts under the Balance Blonde handle.
Okay.
She was evacuated from Brentwood and headed to Sacktown, which is what we call Sacramento in California.
It doesn't really flow off the tongue. I'm going to be honest with you.
I do think it's a dig. One of my best friends is from Sacramento, and she's like, it is definitely a scrotum.
I never even thought of that.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
So once Jordan was a safe distance from the devastation, she posted, I've put together my top detox supplement Rex for all those who are affected by this toxic smoke from the LA wildfire.
Why don't you just send everyone air purifiers? That would have been nice.
Oh, no, she didn't have an air purifier on her list. She had a nearly $1,000 humidifier on the list. $1,000 fucking dollars. And all of them were directly linked to her.
That's not a purifier?
No, humidifier. Okay, directly linked to Amazon, where she earns a commission from every sale. This other woman who posts under a handle Holistic Non-Toxic RN posted supplements with a discount code. Season Johnson, who's a functional doctor, hawked supplements and essential oils from MLM doTERRA. Have you seen doTERRA? Do you know the essential oils doTERRA? Did you know they were MLM?
I didn't know they were MLM, but I will say this. I can't imagine going to the victims of the fires or even anyone in the city of LA who's been affected in one way or another and saying, you really should buy an essential oil. I think
you know what you need? You know what's going to fix your problems? Neroli.
Right. Exactly.
By the way, I just want to say,
have you been putting peppermint on your temples? It'll make those fire go away.
Oh my God. All of your childhood photos will miraculously not matter anymore that have been fucking obliterated. I just want to say this about doTERRA. I did not know they were MLM until I was researching this.
Are you a doTERRorist? By that, I mean a fan of doTERRA.
No.
That's what they call them.
No, but I've seen them and I've always been like, what is up with this brand? By the way, 76% of their members are entry level, meaning that according to the FTC reporting, that I guess if you are multi-level marketing, you are under heavier scrutiny under the FTC. Who knows what's going to happen in 2025 regarding that kind of regulation, but 76% of their members are entry level, means they make $46 a year.
What?
Yeah.
Because they spend so much money buying product to then sell it. Disgusting.
Okay, so then there's an influencer I wish I didn't know about it. I guess there's all these influencers who are like parasite cleanse experts.
Okay.
Trying to get your body free of parasites.
Okay.
Eva Hooft, who, do you know her?
No, not at all. But I love the last name Hooft.
Hooft?
Speaking of horses.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I hoofed it over there.
Yeah, exactly.
H-O-O-F-T.
You have to clean their hoofs.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Eva's known for showing how clean her poop is by putting pictures of it on her account.
Funny.
She saw the wildflowers and said, oh shit, it's time for a 7-day free trial to my liver detox guide and a discount code for an air filter. That's what it's time for. And she wasn't the only parasite lady doing that. Another lady named Kim Rogers, known as Kim the Worm Queen.
She's known as Kim the Worm Queen?
Yeah.
That's some real Grimes talk.
Yeah, I know.
That's something Grimes would call herself.
Oh, Alana's great point. Your liver already detoxes you. So Kim the Worm Queen tried to sell herself. By the way, I'm going to steal that. That's how I'm going to take power back. Hi, I'm Erin, but you can call me Kim the Worm Queen.
Absolutely.
Don't ask
Erin,
any questions.
a.k.a. Kim. Gibson, a.k.a. the Worm Queen.
Yeah. I want so many AKAs in my name.
Alanis brings up a great point. She said, your liver already detoxes you. Yeah.
I literally said that 30 seconds ago.
You did?
Yes.
Oh. You know, it's fun because I get to read the comments. I get to listen to you. I get to think of things.
I love it. Oh, there she is. The Worm Queen. There's Kim.
So
oh, unfortunately, we're both braid fans. That's unfortunate.
Hi, Worm Queen.
You know what? I'll tell you why I wear braids. Because I haven't had time to get my hair cut. And maybe she's so busy with worms. So Kim the Worm Queen tried to sell her self-branded $100 support kit and a $65 metal blaster kit to get rid of environmental toxins, heavy metals, bacteria, and viruses from the wildfire. None of this shit is helpful. Not even her pictures of shit.
I love when people talk about getting rid of the heavy metals in your body. It makes me excited. I don't know why, because I always think they're going to
anthrax.
I see in my mind,
Guns N' Roses.
In my mind, they're going to pull out like copper coins.
Oh, that would be beautiful.
Yeah.
Like you basically, when you get off the toilet, it looks like a pirate's treasure chest.
Correct.
Yes, I love that.
Yeah.
You should do that, Brian, actually, because everything on the internet is pretty much primed to be faked. So you could start that you're the heavy metal detox. What do we give you? King?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Or Prince, however you feel.
Sure, yeah.
What title you deserve.
Yeah.
Jester. And then you say, I'm taking these supplements, and they're your own supplements, and they're just filled with like sawdust or whatever.
Yeah, it doesn't matter, yeah.
But then you take pictures of you on the like POV, but you're like shitting. But then when you reveal the toilet, it's just coins.
Great idea. And I'll say, get rid of the heavy metals and then take them to the bank.
Okay. So not to be outdone by the wellness community, the cosmetic company Tarte.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that.
Okay. So they have this thing called Trippin' with Tarte.
Cool.
Where it's a marketing shenanigans where they take influencers to posh vacations around the world. And then everyone gets to sit in their
like to
house.
Kokomo or something?
Yeah. They take them to Kokomo and everyone gets to sit at their house and watch a bunch of beauty influencers be absolutely just weighted on hand and foot, lavish $100,000 each vacations.
Yep.
And then everyone at home goes, oh, cool. All my money that I'm spending on this cosmetics are going to, so these people can go have fun.
Go on a trip.
That's fun, right? Anyway, last week they were front row seats to on your very own, from your very own phone, of influencers being flown to Bora Bora.
Okay.
Oh no, so this was last week. Bora Bora, they also have flown people for 3 days in Dubai with a +1.
Okay.
3 days. Okay. Can't be cheap to be putting these people
trip.
up. I know.
3 days in Dubai.
So last week, they hosted influencers for a Tarte on Fire themed dinner night where influencers wore red or straight up dresses with flames on them.
Wait, when was this?
Last week. They literally, while the fires were burning and people were being evacuated, they were posting pictures of women in all red fire dresses. Like literal, here, I'll show you.
Yeah, I understand.
Can I share my screen? Oh, fuck a duck. It's on my laptop. Oh,
By
no,
the way,
it transferred.
even if that theme was decided on before the fires, change it, dudes.
Oh, well, what happened
Just
was.
change the theme.
Can I share? Okay, I'm going to go desktop, but it's going to be, you guys,
honey.
Don't judge me. Here we go, desktop. And then you can see everything.
What?
Okay, can you see this?
Oh, I sure can, honey. I did that last night.
Can you see this?
Yes.
Look at those dresses.
Yep.
This was happening during the wildfires. So these pictures got deleted. And then they were like, oh no, you guys, it wasn't a fire theme. It was a red theme.
What's
color
the
red.
theme? Red.
Red, not a theme. And they were quickly like lambasted for being so fucking tone deaf.
Listen, I think it's inappropriate when on Grindr, when you like something, the flame emoji pops up. They really should change that too.
I mean, find a different way. Also, I find it really tasteless to be like posting anything that feels like it's not even like happy birthday somebody. It's like we have literally skull fucked the environment getting to this location vis-a-vis some fucking airplane. We are fucking just dripping in capitalism. We are trying to sell products. We're being fed lavish buffets. It's like watching rich people be rich.
That's what Dubai is, essentially.
I know. And so then you're sitting there like, why? I know it's a marketing scam. And I have other thoughts about, I don't think marketing should be, hey, look at these fun people spending the money that you gave us. Isn't that fun?
Yeah.
It's upsetting.
I'm really into all my Farmacia products.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
That I got in Italy. All my beauty products, my moisturizers, my serums. First of all, because they're so much cheaper.
And they don't test on animals and they're better quality.
And they work, honey.
Yeah, I know. What are you using?
Trade secret.
Okay.
Trade secret. Trade secret. Trade secret. It's trade secret. Trade secret. Do you know what I mean?
Women and children are 14 times more likely to die than men in climate disasters.
Why? Because of force majeure? Because the women actually try to take their kids out with them?
Limited access to information, limited mobility, decision-making, and resources. An estimated 4 out of 5 people displaced by the impacts of climate change are women and girls. This is vis-a-vis the UN Climate Action Report. I do not like women making money off of the suffering of other women. Call me a dirty fucking hippie.
It's horrifying.
Shut
By the way,
your
like,
fucking mouths.
Yeah.
If you're an influencer, shut your fucking mouths for one fucking week. Or why don't you use your stupid ass fucking platform to raise money for people and share the fucking resources and wealth for once, you fucking dumb, stupid bitch.
And if you don't have a platform, I suggest you go to Kohl's, get some platforms from Candies, which they sell that brand there, and walk out the store with them.
So here's a Kohl's fact. Kohl's uses a racetrack out like thing. So because the thing goes around the store, like discount stores, not like a department store, which is why I was confused about what the identity of that store was.
Wait, a race car track design?
Racetrack design?
Racetrack design is for
so it goes
discount
around
stores?
it goes around the store in a circle.
Okay.
And then sometimes there's an aisle in the middle. That's not how
Yeah.
department stores are laid out.
No. Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Kohl's
like
fact. Hashtag Kohl's fact.
I love it. That's it, right?
No,
Yeah.
we want to just thank our lady attorneys. You can join us every month if you join at the lady attorney level. And we do a Q&A. We catch up. We talk shit. We do all of it.
And I have to say, this was a very lively chat today. Everyone was amped and ready to go. This was really fun talking with everyone. And we'll do a Q&A right now, as Aaron mentioned. Go to patreon.com/attitudes for 2 wigs, a gun, and a murder. Not to mention back episodes of this new thing we're doing, groceries, Columbos, Datelines, all of that stuff. And in the meantime, happy Jack-O-Dawn days.
Happy Jack-O-Dawn days.